One of the really fabulous things that happened while I was here in Villapiana, Calabria, was, of course, the Alto Ionio Dance 2012. We had a gala, and then we had the competition last night, which was just fantastic. And how many contestants did we have?
I think by the end about 70.
Yeah, we had about 70. It was a very long night, but a magnificent night celebrating the creativity and just the joy of dance. It was fantastic. And in keeping with that, we had a performance of Mare Nostrum elements. So why don't you tell us about that?
Sure. When Antonio Fini, the director, artistic director of Alto Ionio Dance, approached me, said, I was thinking that maybe we can do like an opening number for the competition. One of those faces that I make, sure. What is
Sure, bring it on, Antonio.
You know, when Antonio calls, you say yes, and then you figure it out eventually.
That's right, exactly. You say yes. You just say yes.
And then one day he shows up in class, like, you know your friends, the group, the Quartaumentata people that you're bringing to New York in September? I was like, yes, what about? Well, I want to use this song for the opening. I was like, okay. It turns out that he had chosen a track, a song from Quartaumentata, who are an ethno-pop music group from closer to my hometown. They live between Locri and Bovellino. Their uniqueness is they revive the traditional sound using traditional instruments, but they actually mix with influences of reggae, rock, Latin, Cuban rhythms, and so you actually have a pure world music expression.
So this is mixed with, for example, the traditional cultural music of the tarantella, the pizzica, and the traditional instruments that go along with that.
Yes. If I'm not wrong, I think they specifically refer to traditional Calabrian tarantella. As you may know, there are differences between the Calabrian tarantella, the pizzica, and the Napolitan style, most known as the tamoriata, which are the main expression of tarantella in Italy. So they specialize in Southern Calabria tarantella, which is, you know, their style.
Which is so much fun, by the way. You got to do it. If you've never done it, you have got to try it. Anyway, back to you.
Back to us. Where were we? So Antonio came and said, I want to use this song. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. Because this is one of the songs that I have in my schedule to rehearse in New York when Quartaumentata will be our guest to start working on the restaging of Mediterranean Voices.
So tell us what Mediterranean Voices is.
Mediterranean Voices, I'll try to be brief if I can, is basically a show that narrates, as the name suggests, different voices, different point of view of different people living in the same town, in the same square. So the unifying element, even here we have a unifying element, which is, of course, the sea, and of course what the sea means for these people's survival. The square, everything happens in the square, like you were able to see here also in Villapiana. And it deals primarily with, it's probably set in the past, even though it's not necessarily a specific time in the past. And it's set somewhere on the Mediterranean Sea.
How long have you been working on developing Mediterranean Voices?
It started in 2001 from this idea, brainstorming that I had with a good friend of mine who was studying at NYU. His name is Dimitris Issaris, Greek composer. And then with Kevin Alberts, We presented at the Frederick Lowy Theater of NYU, at NYU. And then we redeveloped the show as a workshop performance at La Mama in 2006. This is the time now, that's why I'm so excited, this is the time now that we're finally are in place to restage the show. So Quartaumentata, which will be coming from Italy, will be not only be providing the score, the music, they will be actually characters on stage with us.
Wow. Well, I've heard music from the show, and it is so evocatively beautiful. I really can't wait to see the show itself.
We have a great collaborator, which is Joe Church. He's mostly known for being one of the creators of The Lion King, and recently finished working as the musical director of Sister Act. So we have a pretty decent collaborator to do that. He suggested to have a workshop where we can actually explore the new music that Quarta is writing, explore the old tracks that they're already edited by Quartaumentata, and we are going to be able also to create new sounds with Joe's help.
I know, I'll be there. Absolutely. I can't wait.
It would be an honor to have you, because it's just now I guess you'll be writing what I should say.
Yes, exactly. I'll send you my script notes. So to learn more, mnelements.org. So now this is Carolyn Masone from essenceofitaly.net. Thank you so much for being with us.